Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial where we'll be showing you how to use Miro for beginners. If you're curious about Miro, then this video is for you. And we'll be guiding you through this online whiteboard platform that's all about visual collaboration. Think of it as a giant digital canvas where you and your team can brainstorm ideas, map out projects, design workflows, and so much more, all in real time, no matter where you are. In this beginner-friendly tutorial, we will take you through the essentials of navigating Miro, from understanding the interface and using basic tools to creating your first collaborative board. By the end, you'll have a solid foundation to start leveraging Miro for your own amazing projects. So, without further waste of time, we're going to be going over to the top right corner where we have the sign up for free button. We just need to click on it, and here we have the sign up for free page, and this is how you get to sign up. There are two main options to use. You could use your email, such as your work email, to continue, or if you don't have a work email, you could simply use Google or sign up with Office 365 or sign up with Slack. Now, if you'd like to sign up to a different region or private organization, you can use this option. But as a beginner, we want to make things easier, so you just simply need to click on sign up with Google. And on this page, you have to choose the email you'd like to use, assuming you have multiple email addresses. So we're going to be choosing one. We'll need to confirm by clicking on continue. And then here you'll need to give Miro access to your Google account. And you can read through the details, but this is pretty basic. So you can click on select all and then scroll down to the bottom and then click on continue. Now we're taken to this page, which is 1 out of 5 steps to answer questions to help Miro personalize your experience. So you're going to need to provide your team name in the first instance. So now we've been able to put in the name of the team. We're calling it Project Management A. And then what kind of work do you do? We're going to choose Project Manager. There are other options which you could try to find if it's applicable to you. And then you have what's your role, and we've chosen contractor or freelancer. There are other options as well. And as you can see, this helps Miro to match your goals. Great. So here you also have you ever used Miro before? So since you're a beginner, you can say, no, it's my first time. Then you're going to state your company size, and it's a drop down as well. You could say only me, 2 to 50, or choose whatever option is applicable to you. We're using 2 to 50 in our case. Then we'll click and continue. Now this is the invite teammates page where you get to choose where you like to invite your teammates from, either from Slack, from Microsoft, or you could copy this link and share with them. You could also put emails right here and then click on send invites. And it's important to note this because Miro works perfectly when you're working with a team, and it really helps everyone to synergize their workflow. But in our case, we'll be clicking on skip for now. And of course, it reminds us what we just mentioned. To experience the power of Miro, we recommend inviting a few coworkers to truly get a feel or how it can improve your team collaboration. We can of course skip this step and then invite others later. We're just taking you through the sign up process, which is important in the first place. And then here you have different options, and they're asking, where would you like to start? So of course you have some options right here, and we'll just be explaining some of them to you. You can see that this is Miro's way of helping you get started by presenting to you templates which you can choose from. You have the roadmap planning, where you get to define, plan, and manage a roadmap with your team. Then you have sprint planning, where you get to organize and conduct sprint planning sessions with ease and improve teams' communication. So they're giving you templates and explaining what they're all about. So you'll need to go through each of them to select which best suits your needs. You have the learning loop retro, where you get to reflect, analyze, and enhance your team's collaboration. Now, of course, as you must have noticed, with each click of the template, you can see a preview on the right side. This helps you to have a preview of what you could be having depending on what you select. You also have a mind map where you can grow ideas and start projects naturally. If you don't like any of these, you can choose to start from scratch. But in our case, we'll be choosing something we could work with, a roadmap planning. And of course, you're going to click on let's get started. And now we're finally here in our Miro dashboard. Welcome. We're done with the sign up process and we're here to start our workflow. We'll be taking you through all of the aspects of this page so you can get used to it. The first thing though is to give a response to what you can see right here. What are you using right now? We'll set up Miro to match your choice. So you get to choose if you're using a trackpad on your PC or if you're using a mouse. In my case, we're currently using a mouse, and so we'll choose this option and click on apply. Then it gives you some details on what you'll need to do in order to navigate the space here on Miro. So you'll need to scroll down to zoom out or scroll up to zoom in. Now this might not be the same for you because in your PC settings, your mouse orientation might be different. So you'll need to try it out a bit for yourself and see which direction does the zooming in and zooming out. You also have the option to click and drag to move. So we're going to choose the right click and drag it around. And this is working pretty nicely. Then of course, Miro does the work of helping you, give you an overview of different aspects, but we'll be doing that so we can close this immediately. But for you, you could allow it to show you through. So great, at the top left corner, you can see Miro and you can see the name of the template which we're using. You could of course click on this to change the thumbnail to match with what you're doing. So we're going to change it to this one right here, and you can see how quickly that happens. Here you have the main menu, the three dots there. You can see board, where you can have a new board, make a duplicate, export this board, move it to another space, start this board, delete it, change the background color. And as you can see, this is light gray, but if you're not a fan of a white background, you could choose something that's darker. So if we choose gray, we can see that we have our background changed immediately. So we can click on the three dots once again to see other options such as start view, history, details, and accessibility checker. Then you have the edit options such as edit commands, undoing and redoing. Of course, you also have the keyboard shortcuts instead of always coming right here. Then you have your preferences where you can actually choose if you're using a mouse or trackpad in case you changed your computer and you need to change the setting as well. But currently it's on the auto detect option and it's detected that we're using a mouse. You also have the align objects, reduce motion, and follow all threads. And of course you have your profile settings. On the left side panel, of course, you have your left side toolbox, or we could call it that. Here you can see some options, and when you hover over it, it's going to bring out the name of what you're hovering over. So if we hover over this, we can see template, and we're currently on one, which we selected during the sign up process. Then you have sticky note, text, shapes and lines, and when you click on it, it's going to open this extra box to show you what more you can do with it. If you click on say a line, you can actually see how the mouse changes to a plus icon right here. And when we click on it, without dragging, of course, just clicking on it, it's going to extend the line following the direction of your mouse. So we're just going to do it over here so you can see it clearly. And there you have it. Now this is a straight line, but of course, if you hold it in the middle here, you could change the direction of your line. And then again, it creates more points as you make it more dynamic. Remember, we can use a Control Z to undo, use it again and again, or simply press on delete to delete it. Now, if you clicked away, it's going to change to the original color, but when you click on it, it's going to highlight in blue. And then you could, of course, press on the delete button, and that takes care of that. And then you have right here, create freehand drawings. And if we click on this, you can see some other options such as the colors you could use, the type of pen you could also use. So currently we're using what we have as the preset, and we could say we're drawing anything, right? But if we want to change it to the green, we can select this and we're changing it to green. If you want to change the color, you can click on the color once again, click on red and just draw a line over it. Of course, you might have noticed that we're not currently in the first option, which is the select option. And so we cannot really select anything right here because we're currently in the pencil mode, right? So what we'll need to do is to press on V or take our mouse over here and click on it. So either you're pressing V and you can see it changes, or we could come over here and you can see a shortcut by pressing P. Great, right? So over time, you'll definitely get used to the shortcuts instead of hovering your mouse over here, coming to click on it and coming back. So now that we've selected the select tool, we're going to highlight this area, press and delete, do the same here, press and delete, and we have our neat board again. So you have other tools here such as frame, stickers, and emojis, and this really makes the workflow pretty nice. So you can click on this one right here, And you could use emojis. So if we want to click on this to drag it, we can drag it and drop it anywhere on the board. So you can see it right there. Now, of course, if it's too big, you can use this option by hovering your mouse over to the corner or any corner you want, dragging it to make it bigger, and shrinking it up to make it smaller just to fit right where we want it to be. Now, of course, if you want to zoom in, remember, you could use the scroll button on your mouse by scrolling in, and there you have it. You don't need to worry about how it's going to look because Miro has presented everything in vector style, and this means that no matter how deeply you zoom in, everything will remain crisp and clear. This is very good, and we're currently using the drag option to move things around, zoom in, and you can see what really looked small. We can zoom in, and here we can see roadmap planning. Define, plan, and manage your roadmap with your team. Now remember, at the beginning, we didn't actually get to invite anyone, and now you might be feeling lonely because you might want to use the assignee option right here. So you have an item and you can see item 1, item 2, there are a lot of tasks to do, and you want to invite someone. Now when you click on it, there won't be anyone to add. And this is because we didn't invite anyone. Well, that's about to change because we're going to show you how you can invite someone even after you've signed up. It's pretty easy. You can go up to the top right corner, click on share, and then you can see you haven't invited anyone yet. That's not news, but we have the option to invite others, enter emails, or invite from Slack, Google, or Microsoft. You can alternatively use the option to copy team invite link, click on copy, and then paste this or send this to anyone whom you would like to add. If you have your organizational website or your organization workspace, you can embed this code right there to add others easily. And then of course you have the publish template option or upgrade. Now this is important if you're done using this board and you'd like to publish it elsewhere. Then of course you have the present option where you can click on present. And there you have it looking like a presentation, which you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move from left to right. When we press on the stop button right here, it takes us right back to where we were. And then here you have record and watch talk tracks. Now this is not about recording your system in a traditional sense, but it's rather about creating an interactive video and audio walkthrough directly within your Miro board. You might want to play with that and see how it works for you in your case. And then lastly, we have the Tools, Media, and Integrations option. Miro has other integrations which you can scroll through and see what other integrations we could work with. You have Media, Others, and if you scroll up or down, you can see Collaboration Tools, Planning, Diagramming, and others to help you enhance your experience right here on Miro. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial in getting you on board as a beginner on how to sign up with Miro, use templates, and showing you the different tools here on Miro to help enhance your experience as a Miro user. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.